You are tuned into CMAC AK's 40-Yard Dash podcast.
And that's the bottom line. Stone Cold said so.
It's caught! Touchdown official! Calvin Benjamin! Knowles retake the lead.
There's a long one to right field. Forget about it. This one is headed for New Jersey. High into the upper deck. Barry Bonds with a spectacular three-run homer.
From championship number 6. Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead.
Police trainer right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Bryant looking. Artest. That's a three. Bang! Lakers by 6 with a minute to play. Give to Barrett. Cut back over the middle of the 25 to the 20. Breaks the tackle to the 15. Stop. Starts 10-5. Touchdown Lions. Holy mackerel.
The notorious Connor McGregor.
And now, here are your hosts, CMAC and AK.
If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed. And this is hard work. This is an obsession. Nothing can beat hard work.
Yo, welcome to the 40-Yard Dash podcast. I'm your host, CMAC, alongside me, my co-host, AK. How you doing, man?
Doing good, you?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a long time coming, ready to get this thing started and going.
Let's roll.
Yeah, man, so I just want to talk about how this all came about. We've both been, sports fans ever since I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? This has been a passion. All I do is, eat, sleep, and breathe sports. I'm on Facebook, and
we're geeks. We're sports geeks.
Sports geeks trying to just live out a dream, man. This is, everybody says follow your passion, man. This is my passion.
Ditto. Let's just do it.
Yeah, man. So I was listening to the radio one day, and they had an advertisement for Connecticut School of Broadcasting. I just tired of doing that same old 9 to 5 bullshit.
I agree.
Yeah, man.
I hate that bullshit, but we're not rich enough for the Connecticut School of Broadcasting, so we're just going to do it ourselves and get rich and famous.
Well, for me, I don't know about the money. It's more or less that transportation, that drive to Tampa every day. But yeah, man, and I'm listening to a radio station, and the guys on there just basically beating up on the Connecticut School of Broadcasting. So it kind of like detoured me from it. I had a tour set up and everything, and on my way there, I get a flat.
It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be, man.
Meant to be.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to be. So, I just one day I was like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna go after this myself. You know what I'm saying? So I come up with the idea to get the podcast. I started looking online and stuff for mics, computers, cameras, stuff like that. So I hit up Sam Ash. I go in there.
Shout out to Sam Ash.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was looking for. I just talked to the lady. I go, yo, man, I just need some mics. I'm trying to get a podcast and everything going. So she sets me up, and she could tell I'm new, right? So
she totally thought you were a white M&M.
so she knows I'm new, right? I'm looking, I'm just trying to get whatever at this point. Yeah, she's trying to sell me things and this and that. And I'm just like, I'm like at the blackjack table with $100 bills. Just, all right, give me the mics. Give me, here's catch the spit filters, and here, you just grab all that, throw it all on there or whatever. So we get it on, and then, I think, I can't do this by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I let AK know about, the ideas and what exactly it is I wanted to do. So, and I know he's, you're much of a sports guy like I am. So
all day.
Yeah, so, this is what we wanted to do. And so now here we are, man, episode 1.
Finally. Hey, it took some planning, so we got to do it right.
It took some planning and some patience. I got to tell you, man, this recording shit, these mics, we learned that we cannot record on tile floors.
Absolutely not. You sound like an alien underwater and echo, and you're in the Grand Canyon, and it's bad.
To some, it might sound stupid. To not, you should know you can't record on a tile floor. It took us, I'm not gonna lie, it took us hours to realize to realize what
Four.
we're recording and stuff,
Moving around.
right? We're playing back things and
Sharing a mic. No homo.
no homos, right? So yeah, we're trying to figure everything out, and we can't figure out why. We one of us each at a time on one mic sounded like the robot from Yo Gabba Gabba. We couldn't figure it out. So then we just figured out. We switched rooms to a carpet. You know what I'm saying? A little concrete, and now it sounds good. Yeah, we got a winner, man. So everything sounds good. We're ready to go. We've been putting in work on social media. We got our stuff going. We'll shout those out a little bit. So yeah, man. Right now we'll just pretty much go over, tell us a little bit about ourselves and, stuff like that. So, my nickname's CMAC. Name's Chris. I was born in St. Pete. Raised basically throughout Pinellas County. Largo, right now I live in Clearwater. Single father of 2 kids, so that's why I mentioned that the Connecticut School of Broadcasting was a little bit much while trying to do a full-time job and raise 2 kids and try to go to school, man.
It ain't easy. It is not easy.
It's at that point I just realized, man, that's not possible. I don't think I can do it.
You can't multiply yourself, brother.
Right, exactly. So the only way I could chase my dream was to get all this stuff and get this stuff going, man. Get people to realize my dream, my passion, what I'm gonna do, and everybody already knows that from my social media, stuff like that. That's all I do is post. If I'm not talking about some scallywags trying to get over on me in this here life, it's 9 times out of 10 about sports. So it's just
the biggest Colin Kaepernick fan I ever met in my life.
Yeah, we'll get a little bit into that. I got a strong opinion on Mr. Colin Kaepernick. But what really started for me with sports was I remember in 94, 95, I was 6. My dad took me to the first football game in the old Sombrero in Tampa.
Oh, I saw Barry break many long runs in that stadium with my dad starting about 4 or 5 years old too.
Yeah, all them runs led to how many rings? All right, we'll get into
that.
Wow,
I quit.
We'll get into that.
CMAC needs a new partner already. 5 minutes into the show, he's looking for a new partner.
Yeah, so I go to the old Sombrero. They're playing against the Niners, man. My dad was he was a Bucs fan. We get to the game, we get in the seats. I just wanted to bust his chop. I'm like, I'm just going to go for the Niners. Here I am, 6. I don't know what I'm doing. I started rooting for the Niners, and ever since then, man, all of these years since I was 6 years old, I've been a diehard Niners fan.
Kind of like your son. Now he's a Bengals fan.
He's a Bengals fan, man. Yeah, he started off in Madden, man. He got all that from Madden.
Fire crotch, Andy Dalton.
Yeah, one day he was just playing Madden, and then we were watching Red Zone, and the Bengals game comes on. He's like, oh, look at Andy Dalton, and he threw to AJ Green. I'm like, how do you know these players, man? And so he just starts naming all these players and stuff. But, yeah, man, he's got Bengals comforters, Bengals everything. But
that's how I started, too, My dad used to take me to the Bucs-Lions games. We were in the same division, played twice a year. We win every single year. Barry Sanders, man, there was no better idol as a kid than Barry Sanders. I mean, maybe Jerry Rice.
I mean, I'm sure that winning changed around the 2000s when the Bucs got a little defense for him.
You know what? Go look at the highlights. John Lynch got his ankles broken many a time.
Right.
Ask John Lynch, the hardest player he ever played against was Barry Sanders. Even though we got no rings to prove it, but hey, that's all right. At least I got some highlights.
It's okay. Last ring we won was 90, 94, 95. But hey, it's all right, man. It's all part of being a fan. But yeah, man, so just, I'm living out here in Clearwater. I'm just out here chasing my dream. I got a full-time job. So yeah, man,
maybe you'll be able to quit one day.
That's the goal, man. I'm trying to quit, and when I do quit, I'm not leaving a 2-week notice. I can tell you that. As much of a dick as that sounds, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Walk out. I'm just not gonna show
up. I don't know about walking out. I just probably won't show up.
You're gonna go get your free meal and leave. Peace out. Thanks for the food and the hospitality and no more old people fighting, and I'm out of here.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about me. I mean, there's not much to it. Just sports. You know what I'm saying? Raising the kids, working, sporting them. You know what I'm saying? And just out here.
I can pretty much just say ditto to that. The 2 kids, 2 boys, and they're everything to me. And then I'm from Detroit, biggest Detroit sports fan you're ever going to meet in your life because you're not going to meet many.
Detroit, boy.
You're not going to meet many. I got a Lions tattoo on me. God forbid. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. And my grandmother hates it, but
I'm not gonna lie, I've been thinking about a 49ers tattoo. I mean, maybe on my lower back or
a lion's tattoo
That was
or
a
a
joke.
poop emoji. You know, I don't know which one. And yeah, on your lower back would be cute. I was thinking it was good, but yeah, diehard Detroit fan. I only lived there 1 year, and we moved down here. We've been down here ever since in the Clearwater Dunedin area. But my passion for Detroit will never stop. We're gonna get that ring one day, at least one before I die. That's what my dad always says, one before I die. But I don't know, one playoff win before I die might be good to me.
right. Well, I mean, the Niners were in the Super Bowl in 2012. That was probably the most heartbreaking thing I've ever experienced in my life. Just knowing we were down on the 5-yard line, and we had 4 downs to get to the touchdown to win the game, and couldn't pull it off. That was what I know. I turned my phone off.
You could be a Falcons fan.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
That's
Falcons
true.
fans. I'm sorry for that one, but 28-3.
Yeah, that was a pretty shitty performance. But yeah, man. So so there it is. I do want to take a moment though to thank everybody for the love and support through social media, sharing, liking, commenting, anything that supports us to the world, gets us views.
It's appreciated.
Yeah, it's much appreciated, man. I really am appreciative to everybody who's doing all that. So we do have some things on social media. We have a Facebook, we have an IG, we have a website, we have a YouTube page that we're gonna start getting up running. So our Facebook page is pretty much they're all the same at 40-yard podcast. So take the time to visit the page, go out there, share, follow. Add my personal page, ladies. CMAC, Chris McBride, you know what I'm saying? Single over here.
He gave the last name. Watch out.
So yeah, just check that out. And we're on Google. I haven't had a chance to say this in a positive way, but Google me, bitch. Google me.
Not a Pinellas County website either. A national website.
Yeah, so we're here it is, man. Episode 1. We're gonna discuss topics today. We had the big breaking news with Kyrie getting traded to Boston.
Finally, that saga is over.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a mega trade right there. We're also gonna be talking about the super fight, man. You got Floyd versus Conor.
I don't know. You were working, so I don't know if you got to see it. I tried to tag you in it. They had a press conference today.
Yeah, I seen the.
It was a different type of press conference than they've had. We'll go over that. I got some weird feelings from that.
Yeah, I seen a clip that it was just the glasses. They were staring there quiet, staring at each other quietly.
McGregor talked his usual shit a little bit, but Mayweather was kind of humble. I was kind of surprised.
Mayweather just knows. Mayweather just knows. But yeah, and we also are going to talk a little bit about the Zeke situation and his suspension. And I wasn't planning this, but we're going over the Colin Kaepernick situation.
I won't say Ohio State ever again after this. So when I say the O word, that's what I mean by Ohio State. Just to let all y'all know.
Yeah, he hates Ohio State the way I hate Florida. So yeah, we'll get into that. We'll also try to get into a little bit of fantasy. I also conducted a
fantasy football, not Chris's fantasy dreams, ladies. Calm down.
Yeah, that was a little wild. You feel me? Wild. But yeah, we'll go to fantasy football. I also conducted an interview with point guard sensation, man, a great kid, Jamal McMurray.
We appreciate him.
Yeah, man, he a hell of an interview, man. Just a young kid. He was a freshman sensation at USF. He got in a little bit of a situation, unfortunately, and he ended up transferring to SMU. So yeah, I got a great interview with him lined up.
Showed us love. He didn't have to at all.
Right?
Who are we right now? So that was cool of him.
Just two random dudes. I hit him up on I seen him at a game. He was amazing, man. Everything. He had everything. You could just tell he was the best player on the floor. Intensity, smacking the floor, this and that. He was just an amazing
NBA
player
prospect.
to watch. Yeah, NBA prospect. He actually checked out into the scouting. I think it was after his freshman year, and he decided to come back. So yeah. So we'll get into that. We're gonna start off by going into the Kyrie mega trade. So Kyrie was traded to the Celtics for Jay Crowder, Isaiah Thomas, Ante Zizic.
Hey, you got the name down. You've been studying.
The name down. And the Nets' first-round pick in 2018 draft. I mean,
that is the kicker.
That's a bundle on that. What's your thoughts on the trade, man?
I like it for Cleveland. You know, Kyrie's a stud. He's championship proven, but man, IT's a warrior. You gotta love the guy's heart, especially he showed it after his sister passed in the playoffs last year. The guy's 5'6", man. He's no taller than me, and the guy can ball. I mean, he goes to the rim.
He might
and
be
takes
your
shots.
height.
He is. He might even be an inch shorter. I mean, shout out to my dad. He might be as tall as my dad, and that's short. But you know, the guy's a warrior, and he's gonna bring a lot to the team. Him and LeBron will work good together. You got Derrick Rose over there. I like what Cleveland's doing. There's already more rumors swirling now today what they might do with that pick.
Right.
You know, I think they're just going to save that pick, and if LeBron leaves, they still got a good team. I mean,
I think Jay Crowder, he's a good role player. You know, he's coming off the bench.
He brings intensity, defense.
Right.
You know, and I was talking with my boss actually today at work and talking about the trade, and Boston Celtics' best two defenders last year were Avery Bradley and Jay Crowder. Mm-hmm. They're both gone.
Both gone.
So you added Hayward. He's good, but he's not a great defender.
Right. Kyrie is a pretty good defender on defense, though, for a point guard.
He was last year in the playoffs, but the regular season he was not. They showed his stats. He wasn't good defensively.
Right, and don't get me wrong. I mean Steph got off on him in the finals.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, Al Horford's their center, and he can be taken inside too. So I'm not sold on the move. Cleveland's definitely going to the Eastern Conference Finals. You would think Boston's going to get there, but I don't know.
It'll definitely.
The Wizards could have something to say.
You're right. You know, I wasn't even thinking about the Wizards. They came on strong at the end of the year. They made the playoffs.
That backcourt, Wall and Beal.
Yeah, and Beal. Toronto kept Kyle Lowry, so you know they're going to be back in it. I still feel like they don't have enough around them, like bench play or anything.
Then the
like
Magic. You know, we both like the Magic. Oh, never mind.
Oh man, tough times in Orlando. But yeah, man. One of the first things I thought about was, it hurts the Cavs' defense. That was the biggest downfall last year.
Yeah.
You get rid of Kyrie, who's possibly the best defender for a point guard. And I mean, let's face it, everybody's aiming to play Golden State in the Western Conference Finals. And who do you got to shut down? You got to shut down Steph. Do I feel
everybody?
Do I feel Isaiah is going to accomplish that? I don't think he can. I mean, he's not that great of a
But see, once Cleveland signs Dwayne Wade can still play defense.
Well, that's a hypothesis. We don't know if that's going to happen. I mean, they're talking
He's
about...
got 1 foot in the door. He's not going to stay in Chicago. They're rebuilding. He's 35. He would retire before he plays there again, I think.
Right.
He's going to get bought out, get a $20 million buyout, and then go for $1 million and play with LeBron. There's no way it's not going to happen.
You think there's a possible that they get a trade for Melo, too? I mean, they have to reconstruct, salaries and everything else. Maybe possibly trading Kevin Love, who's been on the trading block before.
Yeah, Kevin Love's better for them than Melo. The only way Melo would be good is if Melo also got bought out and he signed for cheap. But
right, Melo's a scorer. You know what I'm saying? They have that in Isaiah, and LeBron can score.
Yeah.
They need that defense.
Unless Melo's wearing his hoodie in the game, he's not balling.
Can we make then Adam Silver needs to take care of that, put a hoodie on. They need to add that to
or
the
give
jersey.
him the Team USA jersey while he's on the Knicks or something. Then he might be good. Other than that, maybe he should go back to Duke and play for Coach K, because then he might play good.
They did add advertisements like it's to the jerseys, like it's NASCAR. Yeah. We're gonna be seeing Skittles and everything else. Goodyear. Shout out to GoDaddy.com.
Tinder, I think.
But, hey, I support that.
I think Tinder's on one. I'm dead serious. There are plenty of fish or something. I know you're on all those sites.
Oh yeah, I got all that stuff. So for me though, on the trade though, I think it was the best possible package deal that Cleveland could have got for that.
Hands down.
And if you think about it, who was the main teams who were out there trying to get a point guard? San Antonio lost out big. They wanted Chris Paul bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kyrie it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about those teams as well. But for Cleveland to get Jay Crowder, a role player, defender, just that guy that's going to get down there and get dirty.
Yeah.
You get Isaiah Thomas, 2-time All-Star, scorer, brings that passion, brings that fire. You know what I'm saying? And then you get the Nets' possible first overall pick.
That's big.
Right,
that's big.
That's a bundle. Nobody. The Spurs didn't have that offer for Kyrie. I guarantee you that. But yeah, especially the Spurs. Think about it. Tony Parker, he's on the last legs, man.
And speaking of it, he's got one leg. He tore his other leg up in the playoffs. So last leg, it's not going to be good.
Right. So I got the projected lineups for next season, for this season coming up, the 2017-18 starting lineups. So for the Cavs, they got Isaiah Thomas, point guard, shooting guard, J.R. Smith, LeBron, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson at center. For the Celtics, Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Marcus Morris, and Al Horford at center.
Let me ask you this. Isaiah Thomas is the obvious starter, but maybe he goes to the bench 4 minutes into the game, lets Rose get some minutes, and then when the bench players come in, Isaiah Thomas takes over. Because him and LeBron both like to drive and everything. I think Isaiah Thomas is going to run that second team more than he plays on the first team.
So you think he'll end up coming off the bench?
No, he'll start, I think, to start the game, but maybe he'll be an early
Come out
sub.
earlier than Derrick Rose.
Yes.
But, I mean, how long is Derrick Rose going to last?
Hey,
Let's be honest.
he played 60. He played 66 or 62 games last year. Not bad. And he averaged 18 a game still, man. I mean, he's not the Derrick Rose that he once was, but he's still no slouch.
Right,
18 a game in the NBA.
He's just not reliable, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. If that happens, if Isaiah comes out and just starts running over the second squad, second team, you know what I'm saying? Then they got something there. So, yeah. So they're most likely going to face off in the Eastern Conference Finals,
barring any injuries for sure.
Right. They open the season off playing one another.
LeBron's already practicing dunking and putting his nuts.
Do you know if the game's at Boston?
It's
or
in Cleveland.
In Cleveland.
Kyrie might not be allowed in the building.
Let me ask you a question. Does he get treated worse than KD's return?
1,000% worse.
Really?
How he did it. KD was a free agent, so at least he.
But he went to their rival.
I understand.
Willingly.
But Kyrie cried his way out. At least KD waited until he was a free agent. It was his choice. Kyrie forced his way out.
Right.
It's different.
And
he started something with the biggest NBA star in the world, maybe ever, besides Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but KD willingly went. He didn't. He willingly chose the rival. I mean, Kyrie asked for a trade. He didn't ask to go to Boston.
And guess what? What's KD got right now?
Yeah, he's got a ring and everything.
What's Kyrie gonna have next year?
Yeah, he's not.
Crickets?
I don't see him winning a ring. But I'm saying to enter a stadium wise, you can't tell me that those fans in OKC didn't hand it cupcake. That's cupcake. That could be licensed now.
I think
for
the difference being that this is the first game of the year. At least they got to see KD and voice their frustration other ways. This is the first game. This is night one of the season. This is his first game in a Boston Celtics jersey.
Right. I mean, Cleveland's been there before with LeBron leaving and coming back, but I don't know. I think they had to post on social media yesterday where when LeBron left, they burned his jerseys, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, they had a dude that was on there or a lady, I don't know who it was, but they had a Kyrie jersey and it's filming the jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Le'Veon Bell's brother, Levante Bell. Did you see this on Le'Veon's IG story?
Yeah.
Their uncle took his jersey, poured all his gasoline on it, tried to light it on fire, wouldn't light. He threw another match. He almost blew up the whole Bell family. It was hilarious. Meanwhile, they burnt the jersey. The uncle's still furious. He goes and gets the Kyrie 2 shoes, brings the shoes out, burns the shoes as well.
What?
Yeah, I mean they're the Bells. They have money, but still, $300 down the drain.
I mean, give them away something.
Yeah, charity.
Right, but I don't know. I'm just. I think Cleveland fans kind of respect what he did for them. I mean, he was there for the championship, man. They didn't have a championship in, 58 years? Something like that? He got them a championship.
Kyrie made the biggest shot of that championship year, by the way.
Right, exactly.
That fadeaway.
And had he not got hurt the year before, they could have possibly went back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? He was out that first. I think Kevin Love was out too.
And there was no beating the Warriors last year, no matter who they had.
Right, so I think Cleveland, they understand Kyrie got them that championship as well. As long with LeBron too, but
because KD
didn't bring that championship to OKC. You know what I'm saying? So they lit his ass. They didn't owe him anything, so they just gave it to him. You know what I'm saying?
But LeBron is the Cleveland Cavaliers fans' god. So now that Kyrie's backstab God, it doesn't work out.
Right, but does God backstab Cleveland? That's the question. But yeah. So do you think this trade puts Cleveland anywhere close to beating Golden State?
When Dwayne Wade, as I said, goes to Cleveland.
I still don't think Dwayne Wade helps. I really don't.
You're sleeping. See, you're sleeping on Wade and Rose for no reason. They both have 18 a game. Give me one player in the Magic that have 18 a game. You would die for these guys on the Magic.
Yeah, the Magic, but you're
Yeah,
going
exactly.
against
So-
Golden State.
And
KD's
these are-
defense has stepped up.
They're going to be on the bench. They're going to be coming off the bench, so they're going to be going against Sean Livingston. Give me Dwayne
Sean
Wade.
Livingston was an X factor in the finals, and you cannot.
Dwayne Wade against Sean Livingston all day. Dwayne Wade is a superstar still. Hands down.
Okay, you start Dwayne Wade over J.R. Smith? No, you don't. You
Exactly. So Dwayne Wade's coming off the bench.
No, I mean no, I'm wrong. I got tongue tied. You start J.R. Smith over Dwayne Wade. No,
Yeah.
no
Yeah,
way,
because
no way.
100%. Dwayne Wade's 35. He knows he can't go out there and play 30 minutes a game. So you go out there and you play him 20,
Look,
15
LeBron
minutes.
and him are best friends.
Ginobili, that's all you got to say. What's Ginobili done for 7 years now? Come off the bench, and he helps every time.
Look, if
It works.
Dwayne Wade is not starting alongside LeBron James, LeBron's crying. LeBron's going to the front office.
Nah.
And you know how LeBron is about, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know.
I think you're one of the LeBron haters.
I mean, I respect his game. Okay?
Here we go.
I'm not going to get into this right now. We're going to stay on subject here. So do you think LeBron had any say-so in this trade? Like, you know, as we were just about to say, he's the head coach on the floor.
Zero say.
You don't think he got involved at all?
Zero. They fired his boy David Griffin, the GM, who he was close with.
Right.
And he had zero say.
Right. I don't know, man.
David Griffin's the one who leaked this and started all this, I'm pretty positive. He got fired, and as soon as he got fired, the news came out that Kyrie wanted to get traded.
Yeah, so. I don't know. I don't know. LeBron's the coach on the floor. He's the voice, you know, what I've heard before in the front office. I mean, basically they're saying, you know, that's another reason why fans resent him. He gets the special treatment. He's LeBron James.
He earned it.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, so and another perspective of it is you know, with all the recent super teams, everybody's joining forces. And here Kyrie is gone to 3 straight finals. LeBron's been to 8, and you want to be traded away from that. Like that's
It's silly to me. It's silly. I
right.
don't know.
I get that you want to be you want to be the face of a franchise, but when you were the face of the franchise with Cleveland before, how did that go for him? You know what I'm saying?
I could count how many wins he had on my hands and toes, literally 19 in the season. LeBron went to the finals with
nobody against the Spurs.
Idrunas Ilgauskas
Mo
as
Williams.
the second best player on the
Right.
team, literally.
Exactly. Mo
Damon
Williams.
Jones.
Who else was on that team? Who's that dude with the
Caron Butler they had.
right? Who's the dude that was smashing his mom with the tattoos on his neck? Delonte West.
Yeah.
That's it. Delonte West.
The guy now lives on the side of a Popeye's chicken in
Right,
Tennessee
and he
somewhere.
took them to the finals. Like I said, I respect LeBron James' game. Don't get me wrong, but the way he did Cleveland for Miami, he made a show out of it.
Yeah,
He made a show, a 1-hour special on ESPN, and burned his city.
Yeah, he burned the city. Bosh and Wade had some aspect of that too, but yeah.
Yeah, right. But I think it's ironic that here it is that he, he wasn't the first super team. Obviously, it was the Celtics. They had KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, right?
Rondo.
So here it is that he's lost 2 finals now to a crazy super team.
Yeah.
Something he kind of not. I mean, I don't want to say innovative, but he's when you think of super team, you think of LeBron James.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think that's a crazy perspective. He's getting smashed now by a super team.
There's going to be six good teams in the NBA, and that's all. It's sad.
That's how it. Yeah.
You got Houston, Oklahoma City could be okay with Paul George. You got the Spurs, Golden State, Boston, and Cleveland. That's the main 6 teams.
Right, and I mean it doesn't help with the super team forming. You know what I'm saying? You get all Golden State, that damn lineup. KD. Oh, I seen the Cleveland was trying to get Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I mean,
for Kyrie.
That would make no sense.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Golden State.
No, yeah, I totally agree. I wouldn't take the Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson is amazing. He can play. He's the best 2-guard defender in the league.
Right, he kind of fell off. He kind of went missing. I don't want to say fell off, but he kind of went missing in the finals.
Yeah, he lost his shot a little bit.
But shooter, defender.
Ugh.
I mean, besides Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah.
one of the best in the league. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. So obviously something happened between Kyrie and LeBron. Who knows?
Something.
I mean, it's got to go back to him just being a voice. You know what I'm saying? Like that strong. He wants to be the leader. I mean, he is a leader, but he wants to take over. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I think it just rubbed Kyrie the wrong way. Like, you know, when he was giving it to him on the bench,
Yeah.
Kyrie was looking at him like, boy, if slap the taste out your mouth.
Good thing he didn't.
Right.
Hey, Kyrie, though, has to understand. It was a little easier in Cleveland. You had LeBron James on the floor
Exactly.
with you. He's drawing double teams, buddy. You're getting open shots. I'm sorry, Gordon Hayward's a stud. He's not going to draw double teams.
Right.
Al Horford, he's not drawing a single team, so I don't know what's going to go on there.
Exactly. Let's be honest. Even with LeBron, that wasn't enough. They had to go out and sign Kyle Korver halfway through the year to help stretch the floor more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. They got duds. Richard Jefferson, J.R. Smith. Why?
Darren Williams was a horrible move for them. He is horrid.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. Something personal had to be between them. But LeBron did post, you know, something, you know, just respecting Kyrie and thanking him for his time with him and helping him win the championship. So, but I understand. I mean, think about Kyrie's perspective, though. What's going to happen with Cleveland? I mean, not this year, but the year after. LeBron possibly can go.
It's all what LeBron wants to do. Does he want to stay in Cleveland?
Right.
Or does he want
Does
to
he
go?
burn Cleveland twice?
Well, if he does, it wouldn't be as bad this time because he brought them the championship. It would be bad, but it wouldn't be as bad because they got that ring.
This is the city that you represent. This is your big thing. This is what you claim. Everybody knows you're that dude from Akron, Ohio, basically Cleveland, and you burn them twice. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
But if he wants to become one of the greatest ever, even keep climbing the list and get his brand bigger. I mean, what?
You join a super team?
Nah, you go to L.A.
The Lakers?
You go to L.A.
I mean
there's no bigger city. I mean, you could go to New York, but they have nothing going for them.
Right.
L.A.'s got Lonzo, who could be good.
Who knows?
Magic Johnson running the team. I mean,
who's already tampering?
look what Magic Johnson's done to the Dodgers. They're having the best season ever in baseball. So,
but that's different. There's no salary cap in baseball. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and get them dudes.
They've got money.
Right.
They've got plenty of money.
But yeah, I mean, I see where. I mean, that could play in. Kyrie just knows that. Who knows if LeBron's coming back? You know what I'm saying? Kevin Love's been on the trading block since he
was born.
Yeah, since my daughter was on pacifiers. You know what I'm saying? It's been crazy. So do you think there's in the opening game? Do you think there's any chance of a LeBron James and Kyrie Irving altercation on the court?
Nah.
No chance.
No chance. Zero chance.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
No altercation.
Yeah, I don't know. With that post yesterday, with that post yesterday talking about the respect factor he had for Kyrie, it really, I thought maybe he was pissed. I mean, he had mentioned before he was pissed. Right.
He doesn't even run his IG or whatever it was on.
He hired some schmuck like me to
his
post up.
publicist does this 100%. He's just doing that to look like the good guy. They don't like each other.
Right. All right. So AK's saying no altercation. I mean, if something happens, LeBron goes up there, defends. Kyrie goes the hole. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be some temper there.
CMAC thinks he's in Bel Air. They're just going to throw hands.
Throw hands, son. Throw hands. Shit, we ain't playing no games around here, boy. We throw hands where we come from. All right, but speaking of the fight, man, we got this big mega fight coming up Saturday, August 26th. Floyd Money Mayweather against the notorious Conor McGregor.
Irish pride.
Yeah, so we got Floyd 49-0. No, all right, so let me get into this. This is possibly my two favorite athletes. Floyd's my favorite athlete of all time. Conor, I wasn't that big into UFC, but watching Conor, hearing his story. I mean, he's like me, bro. He was a plumber in Ireland. He wasn't making money.
Nothing.
He had a passion for fighting. You know, he went underground. He's worked his way up to this. He came from nothing. Conor was a pimple-faced dude. He didn't have a dime to his name, and all he did was he left his plumbing job, and you know what I'm saying, he chased his dream, and now look at him now.
Started from the bottom, now we here.
Yeah, and Floyd, you know, he debuted in '96 as a pro, and ever since then hasn't lost anything.
Take the net worth. Floyd, $650 million.
650.
The IRS may say something about that, but online, $650 million. Conor's net worth. We would take it, but it's $22 million. So he's gonna quadruple his net worth in one night.
Off this fight, exactly.
So even if he loses, I don't think he really cares.
Right, and I'm gonna get more into that in a minute. But Floyd 49-0, 26 KOs. excuse me. Conor 21-3 in the UFC, 18 knockouts. My prediction: Floyd wins by unanimous decision. I mean, I don't see any way around it. How about you?
There's no way this is gonna go 12 rounds.
12. So you think Floyd's gonna knock him out, or you think Conor's gonna win?
No, Floyd is gonna beat his ass, hands down.
So you think Floyd at 40 is gonna knock out Conor?
Yes, I do. Because Floyd doesn't knock out people, Berto, Pacquiao, Medina, because they know
those
how to
are
block
pros.
punches.
Right,
exactly.
I get what you're saying.
This guy is gonna swing so crazy. He might get disqualified.
Does he get a kick? Does he get a roundhouse?
Exactly. He might. I know it's in the contract that he loses money.
Oh, roundhouse your ass.
But this guy is, when he starts getting beat in UFC and, maybe a little dazed or whatever, he just starts kicking. He might even accidentally just throw a kick. It's what he's used to. I mean, and this guy's gonna get tired. I don't care what he says, the conditioning, whatever.
And we noticed that in his fights with Diaz.
I want to see the fight, but I'm not even happy these two are fighting, to be honest, because I like both of them, like you. And
right. I'm not gonna lie, I love this shit. I'm a big fan of both. I hope for a draw. Not gonna lie, I hope for a draw. I hope for a great show. Hope for a draw. But I mean, to have a UFC fighter boxing legit against one of the best boxers of our generation, that's unheard of, man. So I'm just, it's like the solar eclipse, bro. We're witnessing history. So
hence why I can't read my notes, because I stared into that shit like Odell for 15 minutes.
Man, Odell was a drama queen the other night.
We'll
get into that too. All right, so I mean, the only way that and speaking of the fatigue, Conor gets fatigued, man.
Yeah.
I mean, when he tapped out to Diaz, he was blowing.
But when these guys are on the ground and they're grappling, that takes a lot of energy. He's not grappling, but
12 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
they're shorter rounds, but still.
Right, but 2 minutes. We're not pro boxers. He's not a pro boxer.
Exactly.
2 minutes boxing. That's gotta seem. I'm sure it seems like it's forever. It's gotta be, right?
And Floyd's gone the distance. What, 8 fights in a row, 9 fights in a row?
He's at that age. He's not looking for knockouts.
No, but I think he is looking for a knockout.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no doubt. No, both of them want these knockouts.
Let me say this: there is 0% chance that Conor wins by decision.
No,
Conor has any.
No.
We'll get into,
you're not gonna outbox Floyd. You're not gonna earn points on Floyd.
In our percent category later.
Yeah, our segment.
In our segment, we'll get into that, but there's just no.
No,
way.
you're not gonna outbox Floyd.
Yeah, there's no way.
You could be a pro. You could be Pacquiao. That's a world class fighter. You're not outboxing Floyd. You're not getting them points. The only way Conor wins this fight is that one left.
Yeah, but
that one left. I understand. Listen, I understand. It's Floyd, best defensive defender fighter of all time. Floyd's been rocked once that I've ever seen. Sugar Shane Mosley. And Floyd, his knees buckled.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
The guy's never hit the mat.
Exactly, never hit the mat. I mean, amateur, I'm sure, but as a pro, never.
Yeah.
This man's had one cut in his whole career since 1996 from a headbutt.
That's insane. I mean, seriously, that's insane.
From a headbutt.
He has more cuts from domestic violence fights than in boxing.
Marcus Maidana had to take his dome and rock it against his for Floyd to be cut for the first time in his career.
I mean, he fought Canelo, and listen, he won that easily, even though I think they gave
Canelo had the worst punching percentage landed I've ever seen in boxing.
They gave it a majority decision, which was a joke.
Right, and the hype between that, because Canelo was what, 44-0, something like that. Yeah. He's been boxing.
Right now he's 40. He was 42-0-1 when they fought.
Right,
42-0-1.
Right, and like we were talking about Floyd's defense, it's you're not touching him. You really, I don't understand how you can catch him. That's the thing.
Do you remember Floyd's last knockout was Ricky Hatton? Ricky Hatton was undefeated, talking all this junk. Floyd was going to get his ass beat, and Ricky Hatton was sleeping early.
Right. I mean, he was just one of the best boxer of our generation, to be honest. I mean, lightweight division.
I don't agree with everything Floyd does. I'm not his biggest fan, to be honest with you.
Yeah, in his personal life,
I've rooted for him to lose almost every fight, but I just don't think that.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a big Floyd fan, man. I just love his smack talk, but he backs it up. I mean, he just backs up. 49-0. He's going for 50-0. He's 40 years old, man. He's been doing this since '96.
But 50-0, Fuck that. He should have went against Keith Thurman for 50.
Listen, Keith Thurman what does Floyd have left to prove? Why would you? Why
he wants 50-0, but he wants 50-0 an easy way.
Okay, but that's fine. But he's earned that right.
No.
He's been doing this since '96. He's 40. Why would you want to fight Keith Thurman, who's 26 now, in his prime? Had the heaviest hands probably of this.
You're gonna make me
my generation.
You're gonna make me paint my face the Irish flag colors and be the biggest Conor McGregor.
Hey,
fan
listen,
this
I'm Irish too. I'll paint half my face and I'll paint the other half TMC. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were gonna say black.
But yeah, man. Well, Floyd would not. Why would he put himself in that position? He doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to fight a Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Floyd's 40.
Well, then stay retired. Maybe
stay retired. He's about to make. They're estimating him to make $600 million off this fight.
Yeah.
$600 million. You wouldn't fight some schmo for $600 million as a pro?
I would fight Braun Strowman right now for $600 million.
He'd rip you in half, but you're getting that $600 million. You know what I'm saying? I would go against Brock Lesnar. I'll wear a bikini. You know what I'm saying? $600 million. I don't give a damn. Break my arms, break my legs.
I would go against John Bone Steroids Jones right now.
Coke and all, acting like just flying off the cage. He can hit me with a snooker off the top cage. I don't give a damn.
John Jones, aka Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, Floyd has nothing left to prove. Why not go out there and get this money? But with the Conor thing, I've kind of trying to put it in perspective. Like he's not a pro boxer. He's never boxed.
Never.
I mean, one thing that that brought to mind as a Niners fan, they had the sensation Jared Payne. He was a sensation rugby player from Australia.
Yeah, he went to the Lions after you guys.
Yeah, he came. He was a sensation over there, like the Ronaldo of rugby. You know what I'm saying? He came over to the States. You know, everybody had this hype around him. He came over here. He joined the Niners practice squad. They gave him a chance. They basically gave him a chance at punt returning. He came over here and he flopped. You know what I'm saying? He just gave it a chance, and he was he didn't have no training, you know what I'm saying, anything like that, and he's ended up to flop. So, I mean, that's one of the comparisons I give to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or could he be like Deion Sanders and be good at both sports? Deion was a good baseball player,
right?
Man.
Exactly.
Bo Jackson.
If Conor beats Floyd, does Conor give up UFC? And
they asked him that today.
Okay,
and
I didn't see that.
He said that he'll become champ in both sports and he'll start his own fucking company. He'll start his own fucking company, and it'll be like an octagon / boxing. And if anyone ever wants to fight him again, it's going to be under his rules. Pretty much, he's king, and he's not going to back down.
So if he beats a 4-year-old Floyd, you think he's ready for a 26-year-old Keith Thurman? 27, I don't know his age, but you think he's ready for a Keith Thurman?
Somewhere close to us right now, Keith just died laughing in his chair.
Shout out to Keith, man. Zone 6, Bel Air, Florida. Stand up, man. We see you out there.
One time.
But honestly, man, you think he's ready? Errol Spence? You think he can fight Errol Spence?
Cut this guy's mic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying. I'm asking a question.
Spence Thurman would be nasty.
Dude, I've said this. I put you on Errol Spence. I've said this all along. Anybody that could take out Keith. Keith's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Speed, power, everything. If there's anybody that can take him on and possibly, KO him, it's Errol Spence.
Speaking of Keith, Sean Porter's fighting in the undercard Saturday night.
Is he? I didn't know that. Who's he fighting?
He's fighting. I'm not sure who he's fighting. Okay. He's fighting. Yeah. He's not fighting a good guy.
I'm not gonna lie.
He's like a minus 1,200 favorite. He's a huge favorite. It's on the Fox. The Fox prelim main event. He's fighting.
And one thing I found funny also was Paulie Maldonado. Look, bro.
Maldonado needs a helmet.
He spars with Conor, gets dummied up, right?
Dummied up.
And then starts just talking mad shit about Conor in his camp and da-da-da-da. So Conor goes out and releases this video of Conor basically knocking him to the floor, and then Paulie's responding to, oh, it's an edited clip, and this. Last time I watched Paulie fight, last couple times, especially last time, he was KO'd and in the hospital as soon as he was KO'd.
He still isn't awoken. That's why he sounds so stupid when he
Paulie thought he was at the Jersey Shore when he woke up. He didn't know where he was. He was done.
Paulie was on an interview. I think it was ESPN or CBS Sports Network last week. and talking shit about he wants to fight Conor now. What? Dude, why would Conor want to fight you? Conor would make more money fighting Nate Diaz for a third time. Why would he fight you?
Nobody cares about Paulie. He retired and came back and then got knocked out again. Like, Paulie needs to stay retired, you know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus. So, I mean, and another thing, I'm sick of hearing about these people who, oh, it's a disgrace to boxing, and I'm not going to watch this and that, and $100 for... Listen, when the fight's... Oh, you're going to be checking ESPN, you're going to be checking Bleacher Report...
Twitter.
You're going to be everywhere
trying to get
if
a
you don't
free
watch
stream.
this fight. You're going to be... you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. If you're not going to watch the fight, you're going to be tempted to go to Wing House. And you're going to be standing in the parking lot watching from... who doesn't want to watch this fight?
That's why we're going to get in my living room and we're going to watch the fight.
Right. Oh, yeah, man. We're going in. We got people coming over. We're splitting this. It's going to be a good fight. But, yeah, and then those same people who are, you know, disgracing, oh, it's a disgrace to box, are the same people who trashed Floyd for his running, quote unquote, running.
Yeah.
Listen, it's boxing. Floyd has been, for 10 years now, Floyd has been at that point where he doesn't need KOs. He doesn't need to stand in the paint. Floyd's got that defense. He's going to stand in that. He's not going to stand in the paint. He's going to run around. He's going to make you chase him. He's going to make you earn every point. He's going to outbox you because you're not going to touch him.
Today, in his interview, they were asking a question, and he said it's all about IQ, and he pointed to his head. He said, pretty much saying, why would I let people hit me? He said, yeah, I don't get hit, but I don't see anyone chasing after me. I don't see anyone trying to bring the heat to me. So... it's all about being smart as a boxer. Why is he going to put himself in a position to get hit?
Exactly.
Then he'll look like Paulie.
And that's what sets Floyd apart from anybody so far I've seen. I mean, he's amazing. We don't know yet. He's still in his prime. Errol Spence, amazing, still in his prime. I can't wait for that fight.
So I just read Sean Porter withdrew today from this fight with death in the family. So
oh, dang.
So
that's not good.
Sean Porter's not fighting.
Man, thoughts out to Sean Porter, man.
It would have been good to see him fight.
Right. Well, I don't know. So AK's got Floyd. What you got it? Decision, or you had a knockout? You got Floyd in a knockout?
Yeah, you know.
You don't think he can go?
I'm gonna say this. I want Conor to win somehow. I just want to see, because I like Conor's smack talk. I want to see the post-match press conference with Conor McGregor with his hand in the air and Floyd on the ground. I mean, this would be amazing. Just listening to it would be amazing. He'll do fucking nothing.
Do fucking nothing. I told you. I do fucking nothing.
But nah, Floyd. I think Floyd's gonna finish him. I really do. I think about 7th or 8th round. Conor's gonna use a lot of energy early.
See, this is my thing. Do you think any of this is staged? I feel like the media tour was kind of staged. They, you know what I'm saying?
That media tour. See, that's why I
listen. That got the viewers in. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. That's why before we went on air today, I told you about the press conference, and today it was different. Like, it wasn't that staged. All that hype, trying to fight, take the mics, do all this. I mean, Floyd didn't even say one cuss word today. He thanked everybody. He thanked Conor. He gave Conor credit.
Yeah, the selling the fight's over.
But Floyd today sounded like he was a 40-year-old fighter. He's retiring after this, and it seemed like he's okay with whatever happened. I don't know. He said he's not. Of course, he's gonna win, but he didn't sound so determined.
You think he's nervous?
That would be good. He sounded a little nervous. He did sound nervous. That's how I.
I mean, you think Floyd at 40, 49-0. So, I mean, Conor's
a big dude.
Right, he's a big dude. But he talks that talk.
Yeah.
And that, you can't tell me sitting there looking at Conor when he talks that shit, that does not get in your head.
And I know Conor's tapped out 3 times, but two of the 3 were they were in his first 5 years.
Not only that, he moved up in weight class to fight Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is, way bigger than him, you know what I'm saying?
And Nate Diaz is a fucking hard ass. You talk about Floyd only had one fight one cut his whole career.
Right.
Nate Diaz has one cut a round when he fights. This guy cuts just from taking a shit in the morning. He bleeds.
Right.
So, I mean, this guy...
he's made for that shit.
This guy's from Compton. He is no joke. He's a real street thug, almost, you could say. I mean, I like Nate Diaz, but I hope Conor goes back to the UFC and he fights Nate Diaz a third fight.
That'd be a tiebreaker.
That's the fight for UFC, and you got to know Dana White's probably sitting there thinking, shit, John Jones just left, got suspended for life probably. I mean, I need Conor to come back.
I mean, do they not test for drugs before these fights?
They do test, but it was in his after-fight sample, so obviously he tried to sneak something in close to the fight probably after his last test.
I'm just thinking, like, if you're not testing before the fight, they should test like the day before the fight, right? Is that what they do, or they wait?
Yeah,
days before.
The sample came back after the fight, though, so I don't know if it was.
So that doesn't make sense.
They do.
John Jones is on steroids
because these guys know how to hide it, so they just didn't hide it right.
Right. I mean, I don't want to see a Chris Benoit in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Killing the ref. I mean, biting people's ears off. You know what I'm saying? And hopping in the crowd and just cannibalizing people. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand that. And to have the opportunity, he's the best UFC fighter. Could be the best of all time. And
him and Anderson Silva probably 1-2 all time. But this taints him. I mean, if they're appealing it, whatever, and I'm praying he wins somehow. And now Daniel Cormier, who left the ring crying, like his mom just died.
They made you seen the memes about that dude? All for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I used the meme somewhere. I forget where. I mean, I was a crying Dak Prescott face on Cormier's face on Dak Prescott when Zeke got suspended. It was hilarious.
Right,
but Daniel Cormier's a champ again. That's silly. I think there should be no champ, and two guys should fight for it. He shouldn't just get the belt back.
So you think his suspension stays? Well, they're offering. What are they saying? 4 years.
4 years.
4 years, you're done, right?
He's 30.
I mean, as a UFC fighter,
you know who's really pissed? Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was going to make
He was going to make money off that fight,
and that would and I would have liked to see that fight. And they came out and said that today that the super fight actually being set up was because Brock had to wait for 6 months to fight. John Jones was going to go for the heavyweight belt against Stipe Miocic in December and then fight Brock Lesnar for a heavyweight belt.
Right, and that would have just been a super fight.
And it would have been
And we're avid WWE fans. We watch SmackDown, Raw. Yeah, that's right. We watch wrestling. I don't give a goddamn. It's sports. It's entertainment.
Oh,
it's what we do.
Hell yeah.
Woo! But
shout out to Ric Flair.
But yeah, man. Get well, Rick, man. But, throughout every episode of, Raw, SmackDown, through SummerSlam, we both, I'm pretty sure you thought Brock was going to lose, right?
I thought
they set it up a four-way.
I thought Brock was definitely losing, and he was definitely going to the UFC. I mean, his manager advocate, Paul Heyman.
Exactly.
Paul Heyman made
that was
hints.
A stipulation. If he lost, he was leaving the UFC.
And then they made hints about he would go to the cage if he lost. So I think they obviously found out that he wasn't gonna be able to go to the UFC, and they kept the belt on him ultimately.
Right, and then it just threw me for a loop. I'm sitting here thinking, like, why is Brock won? The whole storyline was set up for him to go to the UFC.
Maybe it was like mid-match, like they carried him off from the stretcher, like, dude, you got to go back out there.
John Jones just failed a drug test.
Sorry, Roman, you suck, but you're not getting the belt now.
Yeah, all right, so, I got Floyd in I'm going to say unanimous decision. I mean, I think they just put on the show. I mean, I don't know. Like, a part of me says boxing could be staged. I feel like they're gonna give the
boxing.
You know what I'm saying?
Boxing would be easier to stage even probably than UFC, because UFC you see the bone, in a submission. You can't fake that. I mean, that leg's bending.
Yeah, that's doing.
Boxing. I mean, they said would Floyd take a dive to get another $500 million fight?
No.
I don't think so either. I don't think so.
Yeah. He's only been cut once in his career. If he was going to take a dive, he would have took that dive already. You know what I'm saying? But he's made all this money without taking a dive. I mean, he's got strippers on his payroll, son. Fuck out of here. As I mentioned at the top of the show, I had the opportunity to conduct an interview with point guard sensation and SMU transfer Jamal McMurray. And this is how that interview went down.
On the phone with me right now, a member of the American Conference All-Rookie team for the 2015-2016 college basketball season, NBA prospect and SMU point guard Jamal McMurray. J-Mac, thanks for showing up on the show. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you having me.
All right, cool. So I got to start by asking, August 26th, we got a big fight. Team Mayweather or Team McGregor? Who you riding with?
Definitely Team Mayweather.
All right, so you put any faith in McGregor at all to win the fight?
No, man. He doesn't box. I can't even give him a chance because he looks. I don't know, man. I've seen his training, and it's nothing what Money Mayweather's doing. So.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm putting all my chips on Mayweather. All right, so the first time I attended a game at Cincinnati at USF, I watched you in person. I instantly realized, basically you were the best player on the floor. Vision, shooting, intensity, speed, you had all of that. When did you realize yourself you had the talent to play at the college level?
shoot, I would say my freshman year of high school when I started playing for Coach Ken Darting out in Topeka, Kansas, where I'm from, and he kind of paved the way, and I had other people help me out. My one of my mentors, an AAU coach, Tony Barksdale, they really gave me the light and showed me the path, and I just worked and listened to what they had to say and used their guidance, and it helped me out.
Right. So you mentioned you're Topeka, Kansas. You were a 3-star recruit out of Topeka, Kansas, and graduated from Highland Park High School, where you were a 3-time All-State selection, including a first-team All-State as a senior. What was your fondest memory on the court in high school?
Oh, man.
I'm sure you had many.
I'm probably going to go with when I had 32 against our rival, Topeka High, my senior year, just because it was a very intense game. It was sold out. I was my highest, point game in high school, having 32. So, man, I would say that game.
All right, that's what's up. So you grew up in Kansas, and you ended up signing with USF in Tampa. What was the biggest adjustment for you as a young man, basically up and moving to a new location?
Man, it was a struggle, to going so far away from family because, I really didn't expect to have to go there. That's just how it happened. And, it was kind of, it was kind of hard, stressful at times when you wanted to see your mom, your dad, but you really couldn't, you had to just grind it out. And I eventually figured it out because my teammates, coaches, from the coaching staff, man, we built a bond together that, will stay forever. So that's what kind of got me through.
Right, I'm sure the weather was another big adjustment. Just the Florida summers. That's what kept me a little happy, man. The weather too. I had to get us out of that cold. Right. All right, so I'm here talking with SMU point guard Jamal McMurray. J-Mac, we all learn something new from different accomplishments in life. What was the most impactful learning experience at USF, whether it be life or on the court?
I would say, man, don't take nothing for granted. Go do everything at your full potential.
Right.
Just work hard and just make the right decisions on and off the court. And most definitely take care of your school. That was, a couple areas where I knocked a little bit where, I felt like I could have did a couple things different maybe, and some results would have been different, but you learn to push through situations, and
exactly.
I'm really thankful, I got the opportunity to play at USF and go there and learn more about myself, and, so
right.
It's all a blessing whether you like it or not. To me, it's all a blessing.
Right, it's all learning experiences. You got to learn from mistakes and this and that. Understand.
Mm-hmm.
So during your freshman year, throughout the season, you got better and better. What can you attribute that success to? I mean, you just every game you could tell you were just getting better and better. So what can you attribute that success to?
It was, of course, the coaching staff and my teammates helped me out, pushing me. But I'm gonna go with my mental approach. Like I remember just having a conversation with one of my friends back home, and I was just telling him, man, watch when conference play comes. Like when conference play comes, you're gonna see a different me because I started figuring out where I'm gonna get my shots from, how I was going to utilize my speed, my step back, my hesitations. I started figuring all that out as games were going by, and I started, filling out as a point guard. And I just started getting comfortable, man. And once I get comfortable, I'm sure other players are like this, once you get comfortable in the environment, you just flourish through. And I feel like that's just what happened with me.
Right, and you could definitely tell that in the highlight tapes, So, all right, so we had a violation of team rules. It landed you a few game suspension last year, where in the end you decided to transfer to SMU. What was so appealing to you about SMU that made you want to play for them?
The family environment and just the ties of, like, family with the coaching, like as far as, like, Coach Tim Jankovic knows my high school coach,
Oh, okay, nice.
You know what I'm saying? It was just the family feel, closer to home.
Right, so it was basically your relationship kind of built, right?
Yeah, kind of the relationship kind of had a real full effect on that. And just the love, man. I just feel the love out here. I'm blessed to be a part of this situation as well.
Right, that's awesome, man. Awesome.
I mean, the team is great. I interact with the players well. You know what I'm saying? I actually was hooping with them today. So good. We all play off each other already. You know what I'm saying? And we've only been, playing just a little bit. Ain't really did too much yet. So.
Right. You just sound like you're ready, man. Like you're just ready to ball out.
Yeah, man. I'm ready, man. I'm just trying to get to it.
Right, that's what's up. So last season, with USF, you guys went 1-17 in conference play, whereas your new team, SMU, they finished 17-1 in conference play and finished ranked number 12 in the country. How do you feel you can make SMU better?
Man, just trying to bring some crazy energy. The older guys on the team, so because I went to prep school, so I'll be kind of an old head out there, so I'll just give guys kind of wisdom that I went through and kind of keep guys, on the right path and don't make mistakes that I made and just help in any aspect that they need me to help in, man. I'm not going there looking to be the man. I'm not, I'm looking to play a role and see what that role brings me. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking to just new beginnings and new chapter in life, just trying to take it step by step, day by day.
Right. So as an NBA prospect, do you have a specific team you would like to be drafted by? Say, if you had the chance to be drafted, do you have a specific team?
I'm gonna say Miami Heat just because they've always been my favorite team. Dwayne Wade's my favorite player. So or Orlando, man. Somewhere out there in Florida, I would love to play out there. But
yeah,
really, those are my two first options probably. But man, anywhere.
Right, just give me the chance, man. Let me get on the floor.
Yeah, just give me the opportunity to show my talent on that type of level.
Right, definitely.
And I'll take that.
Yeah. All right, so here's the infamous prospect question. What would you do, or what would you buy first with your first NBA check? What would you spend that on?
To be honest with this question, I would let my mom make that decision.
Okay.
I'm not even going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I would let my mom make that decision. If she tells me, son, do whatever you want to do, or if she needs something first, then I'll take care of that. So I was going to see whatever she needs, take care of her first, and then worry about myself.
Awesome, man. So we kind of do a segment. It's called Pick 'em. You can either, pick either or you can pick both. All right, so you'll have a couple of crazy ones. All right, so the first one we start off with is 2K or NBA Live. Which do you prefer?
2K.
2K. All right. Ralph Lauren or Lacoste?
Ralph Lauren.
All right. Meek Mill or Drake?
I'm gonna go with Meek.
All right. This one you could do both or either or. SMU chicks or USF chicks?
I'm gonna go with USF.
All right. McDonald's or Burger King?
I gotta go with McDonald's.
All right. And last one, Tinder or Plenty of Fish?
Say it again.
Tinder or Plenty of Fish? Have you ever used the apps?
No.
Well, I guess when you're
I do know what you're talking about.
I guess when you're a big college star, you don't need those kind of ads.
Tinder.
Well, J-Mac, man, I thank you for taking time out of your day to join the show. We're truly honored and appreciative. Good luck to you on the upcoming season and your future endeavors. You're definitely full of talent, and I hope nothing but the best for you, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys for having me. It's a blessing to be on this and have this interview and be on the show with you guys, man. I really appreciate it. Good luck to everything you got going, and good luck to you.
All right, thanks, man. I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
All right, so we're going to get into some football news right now. We got Zeke suspended 6 games.
6 games, man.
For alleged domestic abuse.
It's a tough situation because if you read into the NFL policy, even if you get accused or you get investigated, They're getting strict on this, and it's supposed to be 6 games. So maybe the NFL knows more than me and you know.
Right. So if he appeals, you think he gets that 6 games cut?
I think he's going to get 4 games.
I say 3. I say they cut it in half. They got pictures and evidence.
But the thing is, if they have pictures and evidence that he beat the girl up, then he's going to get 6 games. I think. I mean, if you gave him 6 games based on evidence that he beat a girl up, then he should never be in the league again in my eyes. But
right.
That's beyond the point.
And this man, I don't understand this. So he's at a St. Patrick's Day parade, right?
Yeah.
He's up there partying, have a good time. He's got a couple of Beckys around him. You know, Becky's as in white girls. And she's up there, and he pulls her shirt down in front of the world, basically, to show off her breasts.
He doesn't think.
What in the hell? He's been involved in a bar fight.
That's what happens when you go to the school O-word and, you know.
Yeah, shout out to them Ohio State Buckeyes. No, but you're the face of one of the most significant franchises in sports, the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
And you're out here, I mean, with
four
no
days
common
ago,
sense.
they just posted something about he was on a boat again 4 days ago. He's still doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still doing it. You know, Des Bryant was like that in the beginning of his career, but he never got in trouble and suspended, really. So it's different.
So with all the Cowboys that have been recently getting in trouble, they signed Greg Hardy after that ordeal with his domestic violence. They had Damian Wilson arrested for charges of aggravated assault. Do you think any of these players think that my owner is Jerry Jones? I mean, one of the most richest people in the world. His lawyer staff, his staff of his lawyers can get him out of the situation. You think those players just go into that thinking that? Like, I mean, here I am, a 21-year-old kid, and I got all this money, whatever, man. I'm not going to get in trouble, you know what I'm saying? You think that...
I think it's just maybe a coincidence. I don't know. Maybe they think a little bit like that, but
they don't learn from it.
Exactly.
They go back and do it again.
I mean, they had Randy Gregory out of Nebraska, 2nd-round pick. The dude's out of the league now.
They suspended again.
He's done forever.
Drugs.
How
many times has the dude been suspended?
Let me take a quote from Stephen A. Smith. Lay off the weed, man! Come on.
I mean, me personally, I feel like they should legalize that for NFL players.
I mean, I got nothing wrong with weed myself, but come on, if you're in the league, man, and it's illegal, dude,
all that pain and trauma. Yeah. Josh Gordon. He could have been easily top 3 receiver.
Justin Blackmon, he was a stud at Oklahoma State,
right?
And
got drafted, first round by the Jaguars. Blew it for some weed.
Don't
get me wrong.
Man.
I feel like it should be legal, but you blow your career over some weed. Nah, man. Nah, man. So I don't know. I just feel like the NFL, they're pretty much just letting Jerry know, like, look, man, we know you're Jerry Jones. You're the owner of the Cowboys. You've been getting away with.
But they got a big fine, man. Jerry Jones got like a $500,000 fine recently.
Right.
Did you see that? Something like that.
Right, but he doesn't. His players don't get team suspensions. They don't crack down on their players. Like, look, listen, Jerry, if you're not gonna take care of these problems with your players, we're going to do it for you. And we're going to make that example out of your best player.
Exactly.
So we're going to give you a 6-game suspension.
That could be some of it. You're very right on that.
Right, and they got the appeal date set for August 29th.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm sure there'll be breaking news about that. I mean, he was 1,631 yards as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? 15 touchdowns. Leading rusher in the league. I mean,
with a rookie quarterback, man.
With a rookie quarterback, I understand the offense. The offensive line. Don't get me wrong, best in a while. You know what I'm saying? But 1,600 yards as a rookie, that's unheard of. And you can't get your act together. You're out here showing titties in front of the world.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Get your shit together, Zeke. So yeah, we got that. All right. So we got this Colin Kaepernick situation.
Colin.
Yeah, Colin, man. All right, so let me start off by saying I'm a diehard Niners fan. Colin, I got a soft spot for him. He brought me hope. Let's face it, when I was in high school, we had the first pick, top 10 pick every year, right?
Yeah.
We start building Alex Smith. He's doing okay. He's getting us this and that. We get to the playoffs. We beat the Saints. I think we lose the divisional round against the Giants. I mean, we're a field goal away. No, was it? No, we're a muff punt. You know what I'm saying? And we lose the divisional game. And next year, Smith gets hurt, concussion, and Kaepernick comes in. I remember that Monday night game against the Bears like it was yesterday. I don't know what I did 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? But I remember Colin Kaepernick shredding the Bears. When I seen him, the best quarterback of all time that night. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Jaworski.
Yeah. I'll never forget that quote. Colin Kaepernick possibly could be the best quarterback of all time. But, with his kneeling of the flag, I get it. I get why people are upset.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I get it. Okay, it's the country. You bleed for this country, some of you guys. I mean, others not so much. But as an American, he has every right to kneel.
He does.
Right? Every right to kneel. You have soldiers backing him up saying, look, I fight for that right. You know what I'm saying? I fight for that right for his freedom to take a stance against a real matter.
Yeah, but I think he didn't explain it good enough. I think maybe he was the first one, and maybe he didn't explain what he was doing well enough. I don't know.
Right, it seemed like it came out of left field, but here's the thing. This is my take. I haven't seen anybody with this take. But Colin Kaepernick, I followed Colin Kaepernick once we drafted him. I knew he was from Nevada, did this and that. So once he got that start, I was like, damn, this is Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? So I do some reading about him. He was adopted by older white guys. By an older white couple. He's adopted by him. He's raised in a white family, older white people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as he gets older, his mom, he gets. Unfortunately, fortunately for him, he gets famous, but unfortunately, his mom starts coming around, this and that. So you got to think he's looking into his heritage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw an interview or something. He said he was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that, but you know what I'm saying? He wants to get in, know the other side of his. Listen, I got mixed kids.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? They want. I'm sure when they get older, they're going to want to, know both sides, where their mom came from, where their dad came from, how things are. You know what I'm saying? So here it is, Colin Kaepernick. Starts doing research. You know what I'm saying? He starts looking into his heritage. He's looking to where he comes from. He found his roots from Ghana.
Yeah.
So he goes over there. He does charity work. He does this and that. So he starts looking at, he starts following Malcolm X, everything he went through. And then, you know what I'm saying? And then I don't know if it's at the same time or later down the road, all these killings from police officers come out on live video.
White cops shooting black innocent people. Yeah.
Exactly. So he's like, you know what? It's happening way too much. Nobody's saying anything about it. I mean, people are sharing it on social media and this and that. So what does he do? He doesn't go on TV and go, hey, look, man, I'm gonna go out here and make a show. I'm gonna kneel for the flag.
Right.
He silently kneels. Nobody even knew during the game. It took for you know what I'm saying, somebody on the sidelines took a picture from in the skybox and goes, hey, Colin Kaepernick's sitting during the national anthem. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he made a show about this. He has a legit reason. And we're dealing with this stuff in Charlottesville. These people a lady got killed over a statue being pulled down. A statue.
It's a sad, sad country right now, man.
A statue that represented hate, slavery.
Yeah. That's
easier for most people to say, oh, but it's history. How can you take down history? If your ancestors, you know what I'm saying, are balled and chained together in order to do things, you might feel a little different about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely feel some type of way, for sure.
Right. So, and Colin Kaepernick takes that stance. He kneels. He gets the world talking. Exactly what his plan was.
Yep.
He gets the world talking. And so, everybody's talking about it, this and that. It starts marches. It starts protests. Cops start wearing body cams.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that this situation that he didn't change this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
And now the guy can't find a job, which is a joke.
Can't find a job. This man has donated $1 million of his own money to every cause. This man, he rented a plane, filled it up with thousands of pounds of food, and sent it to Somalia for starving people.
Yeah.
Right? And they're questioning this man's character. I'm at a lot. I mean, I got a soft spot for Colin Kaepernick for everything he did for the Niners and, me as a fan. But it's just outrageous.
And this guy,
the way he can't get a job.
He's still talented, man. He still played good last year for y'all. When he played last year, I think he had a quarterback rating of in the 90s. You know more than me, but I think
94.
Yeah,
quarterback
exactly.
rating.
Yeah, I mean, not many picks.
No, he had 4 interceptions. Okay, he played 12 games last year. He didn't start the first 4 because they gave Blaine Gabbert. Blaine Gabbert. Don't get me wrong. Colin was coming off surgeries. He had like 3 different surgeries. That's where his downfall went. He needed surgeries. Gave Blaine Gabbert, the worst winning percentage quarterback possibly in history, gave him the chance to start over Colin Kaepernick.
Blaine Gabbert looked like a superstar week 1.
Yeah. Don't all Niner. Carlos Hyde, remember that game?
Yeah.
He had like almost 200 rushing yards, and then after that, nobody heard from him again.
Shut out.
Right. but anyway, the man last year, 16 touchdowns in 12 games, 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Like, I think it was 2,400 yards rushing, 2 rushing touchdowns, won a game on a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
His number 1 receiver was a receiver cut by y'all, right? Jeremy Curley?
Yeah, we traded him.
Traded
him.
A
7th round pick.
Okay, and then was cut again. We signed him 2 weeks before the season started.
Yeah.
That was his number 1 receiver. In a Chip Kelly offense, Chip Kelly had no business being in the NFL.
He's a disgrace.
He has no business being in the NFL. Had no business.
Absolutely. He had no business being your coach in the first place, but that's besides the point.
Right. And I understand Colin Kaepernick, he's not Drew Brees. He's not Tom Brady. He's not Ben Roethlisberger. I get it.
But I know he did make your brother's heart a little sour a few times in the playoffs.
Ask Green Bay fans how Kaepernick was.
Exactly.
Kaepernick went in to Lambeau Field and beat Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
Not once, right? Did he do it twice?
Not in Lambeau. He beat him in Lambeau once.
Yeah.
Yeah. He shredded it at home. The first time we ever played him, I'll never forget my brother crying about it.
I think he ran for like 200 yards.
200 yards.
Pass for 200
Pass for 200. I think he rushed for like 175, something like that. Had like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Clay Matthews looked like a dummy out there.
Yeah.
Couldn't catch him. I remember him trying to tackle him long sideline and like hit a line judge. You know what I'm saying? Right. And don't get me wrong, he had a downfall. Yeah, I remember the game he got benched. He threw 4 picks against Arizona.
Yeah, he struggled, but the thing is, they tried to change his style too. It wasn't all his fault.
Right, and we tried to make him a pocket passer.
And it's not his style, man.
Right, and we knew that was coming. Once they said, they're trying to work on his mechanics.
Look what happened to Cam Newton last year. They wanted him to be a little more conservative. They tried to make him more.
Right, he's not that accurate.
He struggled, Cam Newton, last year after they went to the Super Bowl. So
right, not that accurate. I mean, his legs is what got him where he is.
Yep.
Colin Kaepernick, his legs have definitely got him here. So, you know what I'm saying? And back to, he got benched by Arizona through 4 interceptions. The man had a torn labrum.
Yeah.
He's out there throwing with a torn labrum.
Yeah.
Doing what he can for his team. He needed 3 surgeries after that season.
Yeah.
He tried to play in for that season. So I don't want to hear about how I mean, I get it. He had a bad showing. But the man earned what you can't. I get it. The Niners had a good defense in 2012, amazing defense.
Yeah.
But we had that amazing defense with Alex Smith.
You did.
And you know what I'm saying, he didn't get a Super Bowl. He got benched. Eventually got traded for what I think it was a 3rd round pick, something like that.
And now he's gonna get benched again soon.
Yeah, Mahomes about to take his job.
Yeah.
He's a dink and dunk quarterback.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick beat Green Bay with his legs, his arm. He was shredding. Alex Smith is a dink and dunk. 1st and 10 here, 10 yards, 4 yards, 5. You know what I'm saying? So, and last year, again, he did not play bad.
No.
He kept us in the game against Miami. Miami had a top 10 defense. It came down to the wire. Cap kept us solely in that game.
You're telling me right now he can't play on the Jets as the quarterback?
Blake Bortles in Jacksonville.
Come on, man.
Chad Henne is going to start. You can't tell me that with.
Hey, I like Chad Henne though.
Yeah, I'm sure he's from Michigan. He's not that great.
He's horrible.
He's terrible. He's like
horrible, and he's like 40.
I love Christian Ponder, great quarterback, Florida State. Trash in the NFL.
Horrible in the NFL.
Right. So you can't tell me Cap can't get a job with Jacksonville.
The Jets.
Exactly.
I mean, Mike Glennon, $45 million contract over a
what a reach! And
Napoleon Dynamite.
He's not even gonna. I guarantee. My guess is Trubisky starts week 1.
Today, for the first time, Trubisky took first-team reps.
Yeah, week 1. Glennon won't even. And another thing, I mean, I know we get off subject. We get excited. This is what we do.
Hey,
I remember when Jameis got drafted.
Yeah.
A lot of Tampa fans didn't like what he did in college. He was this and that. They believed in Mike Glennon. Mike Glennon? You don't need Jameis. Let's draft defense. We got Mike Glennon.
Or they wanted Mariota if they did want a quarterback.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but still, Mike Glennon, and then,
yeah,
and now look at him. The Bears signed, and they signed Aguayo.
Oh,
I mean, Adam.
They signed Pedro and Napoleon Dynamite.
Right. AK is the type of player. I don't get me wrong. To draft like an Aguayo in fantasy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, that would have reached on that. But again, Kaepernick, I don't get it. I get it. I understand what it is. He's being blackballed. What is every owner in the NFL? Old, white, America, fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Besides Jacksonville.
Right, exactly.
This guy's crazy, like Indian guy.
But, okay, and do you think if Jacksonville signs Kaepernick, that owner takes heat from every other owner or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, does he want that perspective on him and his franchise?
You know, it's too late now for him to sign and get acclimated with anyone's playbook. It's a shame. He's not going to play.
Say a playoff team like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Goes there. Ben gets hurt. He gets hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Say he goes down week 13, and they're pushing for the playoffs, and they need a quarterback. Do you sign Cap?
I think not that late in the season. I think he's got a better chance to get signed.
You trust Dobbs? They got Joshua Dobbs from Tennessee as the backup.
I definitely don't trust Landry Jones. I'll tell you this right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
But I think if someone goes down earlier in the year, like even say Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler. Well,
I mean,
if he gets hurt early, I think maybe Miami says, shit, let's sign Cap. You know,
I don't think he goes to Miami. Those fans hated him when he wore that. He wore that. Fidel Castro in promoting him in the game before Miami. That pissed him off.
God forbid I don't want this to happen. But what if Stafford went down early? I mean, the Lions have no backup.
Right. I mean, you're not making the playoffs, period. But you know what I'm saying.
Hey, we made the playoffs last year.
I'm just talking shit. But yeah, I mean, honestly though, you can't tell me as an owner you want to do the best thing for your team. Right? You want to put your team in the best chance to win. Ben Roethlisberger goes down. You don't give Cap a call.
What about if Dak Prescott goes down?
Same format. I don't know. I think Cowboys are in trouble this year. They lost too much on defense. secondary, Claiborne gone.
They lost
Very
3 or 4 starters.
Right, exactly. They lost a dude on the offensive line, went to Denver.
I mean, Cap couldn't start on Cleveland Browns right now. Are you kidding me? I'm
not gonna lie, Kaiser kind of looks good in preseason.
Yeah.
But he's not proven.
And in the first game, he played against the 4th string of.
Right, he's not proven over Colin Kaepernick. No way. But I'm just saying, man. The owners, old white, the America bleed America. You know what I'm saying? Red, white, and blue, baby.
They all voted for Trump.
Right.
Jeez.
And Trump is at the rallies, just. Yeah, you see what I did to Colin Kaepernick, and yeah, he's unemployed. Meanwhile, Colin Kaepernick's out here standing in front of probation offices for dudes who got out of prison, standing out there with suits, custom-made suits to pass out to prison felons that are trying to look for work, so they can go on interviews. And you're sitting here trashing Colin Kaepernick about taking a knee during the anthem, trying to raise, bring attention to a much needed subject.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here claiming, "Oh, you see what I did to Colin Kaepernick?" What?
Yeah. It's a joke, man. But
what an idiot!
It is what it is, and unfortunately, it's starting to seem like he might not ever play again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He definitely could bring something to a team. I don't think he gets another chance. As much as it, sucks for me to say. I love the guy.
I think there's one place he might get a chance if somebody gets hurt. And it's your rival.
Seattle?
I think
so. But he already had that chance, and they signed a dude from the Arena League.
Yeah, but that's because they knew he wasn't going to play.
Right, so you think...
So why have a distraction if he's not going to play?
Right.
But I see it. What if Russ goes down early?
That's what I was going to say. So you think maybe I shouldn't have used Ben in that situation. I should have used Russell. If Russell goes down.
If Russell goes down, you could plug him in right then, and I think he could catch on. There's no point to sign him as a backup and have the distraction.
Right, it has to be mid-season. That was me too. If somebody went down, I think he got signed mid-season. If he was going to get signed, it'd be mid-season. You bring up, I should have used Russell instead of Ben. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the same quarterback. And look at Bennett. He's up there with Cap. He's supporting Cap to the fullest.
Now you got white people. White guys doing the same thing. So it's.
Well, it didn't help what happened in Charlottesville.
Yeah. No, not at all.
Over statues and a flag.
Yeah.
About some discriminative shit. Like, I don't understand it, man. Like, I get history it needs to be there and etched in stone, but that kind of history,
nah.
Are they gonna promote the history of Hitler in Germany? No, fuck no. And that's another thing. How can you be American and claim white supremacy, but you're flying a Nazi flag?
Yeah.
In America.
Get
You know
outta here.
World War II started between a whole world war started between
Get the hell
because
out
of Nazis.
Here. Yeah.
What are you thinking? But I mean, these people
They're
are
nothing.
they're just raised in,
They're brainwashed.
right, they're raised in a whole different world.
That's how Trump got presidency.
Yeah, man, that's just, I don't know, that's crazy. All right, so we're going to talk a little fantasy right now. We're going to talk a little, do's and don'ts, some surprises. Yeah, I don't know, we'll just get into it. All right, so as a drafting, if you get a top 5 pick, I'm taking a running back, right?
That's on you. You go ahead. I want to see you take the running back.
All right, but listen.
I know. Go ahead.
Splitting carries with the running back, right?
Mhm.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
You take Julio or Le'Veon Bell?
I'm taking Julio.
Julio?
All
Out of
day.
all the receivers in a PPR league.
You gave me the choice. I'm taking Julio. I'm not taking a
Right,
running
your
back.
first. I'm just saying your first pick.
Receiver. I'm going receiver at least first two.
First-
because these guys are more proven nowadays and they don't have to split anything. Running back split.
Exactly. That's why you got to take that one. I'm taking Le'Veon. He's getting 90% of the touches. He's getting all them points out of the backfield.
He's got way bigger chance to go down though.
Julio's hurt every year.
He plays 15 games even if he's hurt though.
Julio's hurt every year. And I can tell you this.
We're gonna be in the same.
He's
league,
not
so go
consistent.
ahead.
He's not consistent.
Go ahead.
I had Julio
He's not
last year.
Oh, he's not.
He puts up big games, and then the week after,
Hold on, folks.
throws up 20 points or 20 yards. He had a 200-yard game against Carolina. The next week, he had like 20 yards. I was pissed.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, with all the running backs who split carries, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find that one dominant player, and that running back,
That's
you got
fine.
Le'Veon Bell.
You're good. I know who you're taking now.
Yeah, you're right. I'm taking Le'Veon. Give me Le'Veon.
Good.
Devontae Freeman splits carries, but you know what I'm saying?
He's already got a concussion right now. He's not even been practicing. He's got a concussion. He hasn't even.
I mean, you
passed
can't
protocol.
you can base
Yeah, I know what
fantasy
you're saying.
on injuries.
Yeah.
But I'm taking that running back. If I got Le'Veon Bell going full 90% of the time, and you got Latavius Murray, who's getting 40%, maybe 50-50,
Yeah.
I'm going to beat you in that running back battle. And not to mention, wide receivers are a dime a dozen in a PPR league. You can have a guy put up 12 yards but get 6 receptions.
I look at it like this: if I take three receivers to start off in a row, and you take,
And you
three
get no running back.
Yeah, you do, because you can get guys like Theo Riddick, who's gonna get you. Okay, go look at the stats where he ranks.
Theo
Top
Riddick?
20 when he plays. Top 20 running back.
When he plays.
Danny Woodhead.
Hurt. Concussions.
Nah.
Don't get me wrong, he's a reception machine.
Exactly.
But I'm not taking him over. He's not a top 10 running back. Not top 15.
Right.
Listen, you could take Julio you could take Julio, right? Have him starting.
Mm-hmm.
I could take Torrey Smith, say, right?
Yeah.
If he has 5 receptions, he's probably going to put up as much points as Julio in a PPR league.
0% chance. Julio's going to score touchdowns and get way more yards. Smith's going to go 5 for 43 and no touches. Julio's going to go 5
True.
for 105
Yeah, you're right.
and 2 touches.
You got a point. But I'm just saying, wide receivers are a dime a dozen. You get 4 receivers at one time sometimes?
Yeah, but not.
You know what I'm saying? You get at one running back. There's probably what other running back in the league is getting 80%, 90% of the
We'll
carries.
go back over this in January, folks.
But honestly, I mean, what other running back is getting 89% of the carries?
Yeah, he probably won't even. And they throw a lot.
Le'Veon's gonna get it.
And but he'll get hurt.
LaShawn McCoy.
He gets hurt too.
Right, exactly.
Exactly what I'm saying. So if you want
Right.
to say Julio gets hurt, these guys get hurt.
I don't know. I'm taking a running back first.
That's good.
Yeah. What about
Carlos Hyde?
No, I'll take Carlos Hyde for week 1 and 2. After that, I'm putting him on waiver wire. Ohio State fan could pick him up. Yeah.
Don't say the O word.
Yeah. So, what about breakouts? You got any breakout players to look out for? I got some. I'll tell you right now. Give me Terrell Pryor. Terrell Pryor last year, I picked him up on waiver wire. That man with the Cleveland Browns, it was a savage.
And now he's going to be the number one.
Oh, he's the go-to. With Kirk Cousins?
Yeah.
How many yards did he put up last year? 4,000? That's like 2 seasons in a row?
Yeah.
I mean, that's and they're both on a 1-year contract.
Yeah.
Where is Kirk's preferring destination? San Fran.
Yeah.
Where could Terrell Pryor go if he builds a chemistry? To San Fran. I'm just wishing.
I got a name for you. He's a rookie.
Yeah, I got plenty of rookies.
But he could
Plenty.
still be a breakout star, and I think this guy's a stud, and you're gonna like this one.
I already know where you're going.
Dalvin.
There you go, man. Dalvin, right? They got Latavius Murray.
I can argue that Dalvin should have been drafted over Leonard Fournette because Fournette is hurt, and he's hurt now.
Yeah.
Dalvin stays.
Not only that, Dalvin catches out of the backfield.
Yeah, and
ridiculous when he gets the ball.
When Dalvin, you can't catch him.
Depending.
If he gets past 10 yards, he's gone.
Yeah.
How many times he got 250, 300 yards a few times over
his agility, bar none.
I like
ridiculous.
Dalvin.
I mean, and you think, I don't know. What do you feel about Green Bay when they drafted Kevin King, right? Corner.
Yeah.
They addressed the defense and passed on Dalvin. Their running back right now is a wide receiver.
Yeah.
You passed on Dalvin. I mean, I get it. Defense wins championships.
Montgomery's okay, but he got banged up.
He's a wide receiver.
And he got banged up last year when he was at the end. He started getting banged up. You're taking bigger hits, as a running back than a receiver, and that guy's not meant for that.
Right. He's a receiver. Yeah. And what is the one thing that you could focus on as your defense playing against Aaron Rodgers? The pass. That's it. You're just playing the pass.
Yeah.
You're not playing the run. You know what I'm saying? You're putting all that on Aaron Rodgers. I get it. He's amazing talent. Best talented quarterback in a while. Talent-wise. Rolling out.
Aaron Rodgers.
Lions fans. He's burnt you. That Hail Mary. But I'm just saying, man. Yeah.
Where's the noose?
Right. I got another rookie for you. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey all day.
Right.
I mentioned Danny Woodhead earlier. This guy's better.
Right. Out of the backfield. Receiving.
See, now I almost think that this is a running back you go for.
Right, kick return. I think he's on punt return.
See, if I got two receivers and I got Christian McCaffrey, I'm happy. That's how I look at it. I think Christian McCaffrey can put up a lot of points similar.
Exactly, PPR.
Exactly, so that's
touchdown. I mean, Jonathan Stewart.
Yeah, that's why
done.
I like running. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah,
I like running backs that catch the ball. That's why I like to.
Exactly, but those don't come a dime a dozen. Right, receivers come a dime a dozen.
Yeah, but guys even still, Darren Sproles, still, if you look at fantasy numbers from last year, Darren Sproles is still top 20.
No, not top 20. He's always on waiver wire. The past 3 years, he's dropped, picked up. He's inconsistent.
Did you win your leagues last year?
No.
You should have put him on your team.
Get out of here. You act like I haven't won anything. Who was Bowl Mania champ 2 years in a row, huh? Smashed Bowl Mania. I was up there in what was that? Top 90 percentile or some shit like that?
Number 1.
Yeah. Yeah. Another name, quarterback. How do you feel about Deshaun Watson with Hopkins?
I think my quarterback breakout is Marcus Mariota. Honestly,
Corey Davis.
Yeah, that's
another one. Corey Davis, a wide receiver, Western Michigan.
This guy's fast.
A beast.
Actually,
ran a 4.3.
Jameis Winston's going to be a top 10 fantasy quarterback this year. I think for sure.
No doubt.
I mean, this guy's got weapons galore.
Right. You had Deshaun, O.J. Howard.
I mean, Mike Evans could go into that top 5 category.
Yeah, I don't know, if he can work on his hands and be more reliable, that dude could be right up there with Julio. Not speed-wise, but just
he's big,
physical.
Man. This guy is big.
You put a 5'11" corner on Mike Evans.
He reminds me, he's not as fast as Calvin, but you throw the ball up, this guy's getting the ball.
Yeah, he's getting it. The only thing is will he drop it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, Mariota, understandable. He's coming off a leg injury, but Corey Davis, that man, I'd pick him up, draft him. Later rounds. That guy, I feel like he's gonna be Pro Bowl. Not this year, maybe next year. Definitely by week 3 or season 3.
What about any busts? You got any busts? Guys you would avoid?
Ooh, I don't know, man. That stuff. Latavius Murray. He was a good running back to draft. PPR. He was catching out of the backfield. He was that guy you get on the 1 yard line. Their offense moved. He's the guy you get on the 1 yard line. He's just gonna punch it in.
What about Garrett Blount? I think he's gonna be nothing now without Tom Brady.
Oh,
I wouldn't draft for Garrett Blount if he's sitting in my lap.
I wouldn't draft him either.
He was on the Patriots. The Patriots made him good. Now,
Right, exactly. Rookie quarterback though, like I was saying, Deshaun Watson. I mean, they got Will Fuller.
I'm a big Deshaun Watson. I think this guy should be starting right away.
Right, all they needed was a quarterback.
This guy
defense is nasty.
He can make plays. I think he starts within the. If they lose, if they go 1-1, 1-2.
Tom Savage, their starting quarterback now.
Come on, no offense, Tom, but come on.
No, seriously, take Brady. The offense. You're not.
You're not Tom Brady, not Randy Savage. Get the hell out of here.
Exactly. I got a tight end for you. You're gonna love this one.
Who's this?
Martellus Bennett. with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I read this, but then
You can't double guard him. Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, and you add Martellus Bennett with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, well, Rodgers will have to change what he does. I was reading this thing because I thought the same thing about Bennett. He throws to a tight end almost less than any other quarterback the last few years. That could be because he didn't have a good tight end. So
right, I mean, they had Jared Cook.
Yeah.
I mean, he was good.
Yeah.
They had Jermichael Finley before that.
There's a lot of guys that get the ball to there, though.
Right, exactly.
But yeah,
but as a tight end, though,
he can get
receptions.
I mean, he's probably, even if he gets only 40, 50 catches, he might get 10 touchdowns, and that's all you want.
Brandon Cooks with Tom Brady.
Brandon Cooks might get 120 balls. I'm sorry.
Look what Welker. He did.
If I can get
as a little receiver,
if I can get in fantasy somehow get like a Julio Jones and Brandon Cooks first 2 rounds, I'm happy.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. So
yeah,
don't steal my strategy. hey, we have a fantasy league too. We gotta get some. If anyone out there wants to get in it, we got a fantasy.
Go to our Facebook page at 40yard podcast. Hit us up, man. Message us. It's $30 buy-in.
Whoever wants to get in can get in.
Yeah, but other players that we want to stay away from, like I said, Latavius Murray. I don't know, man. We're thinking of some negative. I'm trying to be positive over here.
Everybody's big on Martavius Bryant for Pittsburgh. This guy scares the shit out of me.
Yeah,
let's talk about someone that can't stay off the weed,
right?
Man.
Deep ball, quick. I mean, when he's on, but hey, you can't trust him.
Here's somebody if they're healthy. He's a veteran, but he's going way late than I think he should. If he's healthy, Brandon Marshall.
Brandon Marshall's already hurt. Jabril Peppers.
I know
Jabril Peppers.
I know he's hurt.
Lit his ass up already.
And shout out to Jabril, that's my boy.
But this is the thing. He's learning a whole new system.
Yeah, but he's done it before.
No, this is a no-huddle Eli Manning's system. Yeah. This is nothing that he's ever been used to. And you can tell that in the preseason game. Yeah. He just didn't look comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, he was fidgety. You can see him yelling over to Eli. He didn't know what was going on. Brandon Marshall's a hell of a talent. Big body. Reliable hands. But he just looked in training camp. He just hasn't looked right, man. He just looks like he's having a hard time adjust. And now being out in the preseason with the shoulder stinger that Jabril Peppers just laid on him doesn't help his cause.
Jabril Peppers got screwed, man. If he didn't fail that test, this guy's a talented guy. This guy's a top 10 talent. I don't care what nobody says. I'm not being biased.
Speed.
He can play anywhere on the field. He had a 40-yard punt return. Jabril Peppers is a stud. I'm sorry he went to Cleveland.
From a Noel fan to a Michigan fan, if y'all had Jabril Peppers in the bowl game, do you think he would have beat us?
I think we could have, man.
No.
Listen.
No,
yes,
I get it. Dalvin shredded. He was down the field.
Because Jabril Peppers, we got deflated when we saw he went out. Think about you got the best player. You got Tom Brady on the sideline.
One guy on defense.
Dude, he not on defense. He plays running back, quarterback.
Well, yeah, you're right.
He played everywhere.
You're right.
This guy did everything. He was the heart and soul. He's the guy in the huddle getting everyone pumped up. He did a lot for that team.
Right.
Leader of the team, vocal leader. And then he went down and people said, "Oh, it's fake." Nah, I saw the highlight. The guy's running.
No, he got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt.
A lot of people said, "Oh, it's fake." Christian McCaffrey didn't play in the bowl game. Now he's trying this, and he got hurt. The guy was in tears that he couldn't play the game, man.
Right.
So. I don't know, college football soon. That's going to be our show next week, man, right? We're going to have a big college football preview.
Yeah, man. Them Knowles.
Big time.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that right now.
No.
I'm not getting into that right now. So,
I think we're going to have a big debate on this one.
Yeah, fantasy, though. How you feel about Michael Crabtree? Dude, them numbers he put up with Derek Carr last year.
I love Michael Crabtree.
And Amari Cooper on the other side. Dude, Oakland could be scary. You got Marshawn now.
I was just going to say, I love Marshawn Lynch.
Right, exactly. The offensive line's great.
Wait till we do our predictions in the NFL, and you might see how I like Oakland.
Are you talking about season-wise?
Yeah, when we do our season predictions.
Oh, man. Last year, my season predictions, I'm not one to boast. Spot the fuck on. The only thing I missed was Arizona. I had them in the NFC Championship.
Atlanta.
That was a failure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Atlanta, with losing Kyle Shanahan, I think that hurts.
Yeah, but, Steve Sarkisian is an offensive mind. He's smart, man. I don't care if he's
college minded. They said Chip Kelly's system.
Nah, different. He's not the head coach, though. Chip Kelly.
I think
Chip Kelly.
But he was the offense.
I think Chip Kelly could be a decent offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
I think he could right now.
But I don't know. I just think Kyle Shanahan, the system that he runs, he took him and Brian Hoyer to Cleveland to the playoffs. 9-7 that year. They took Cleveland. Him and Brian freaking Hoyer.
Where's Brian Hoyer at?
Oh, he's the starting quarterback right now for my San Francisco.
Are you going to
49ers.
buy his jersey?
No, never buy his jersey. I'm hoping next year.
Who's your backup?
Oh, man. That's a good question. I don't even know right now. That's how shitty the quarterback play is.
You literally would...
I'm hoping for Kirk Cousins, man.
You would literally sign away 2 0-16 seasons right now for Darnold to be your quarterback.
Darnold's is great, right? Don't get me wrong. He played 9 games. Trubisky played 9 games. He was great.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he would have won this draft, I mean, it was a shitty quarterback draft. Don't get me wrong. He would have been first pick. But you don't trust that. You don't trust Trubisky.
No, I think that's a horrible pick.
John Lynch got away with murder with that trade. You know what I'm saying? That trade in the end helped us get Reuben Foster.
You guys literally had the number 1 draft last year.
Yeah,
I'm not just boosting your
right. And John Lynch. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying the Reuben Foster deal. I wanted Reuben Foster. Remember we were texting and I'm saying Reuben Foster, Reuben Foster, best player on the board. Lions. Okay, I see why. Jared Davis is good, and there were some concerns about the shoulder. So I understand we needed a guy right away because we did go to the playoffs last year. If Reuben Foster did need some surgery, you guys could sit him if you needed to, and it still work out for you. So
right, as a rookie GM, never done it before. You know how much criticism the Niners got? Oh, there goes DeBarlow messing us up again, even from their own fan base.
I laughed at it. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't really laugh at it because I know his head where his head is, but it was out of left field.
But he went to Stanford, man.
He went to Stanford.
You're no dummy if you're going to Stanford.
Right,
let's face it.
exactly. And not only that, John Elway, GM, player, didn't know what he's doing. Yeah. They won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
John Elway's great, man.
Right, and Lynch at this point, I mean, the guy, he's... After the preseason game, we won. He's standing in front of the locker room door, just high-fiving every player. I don't care if you're a practice squad. You know what I'm saying? Undrafted. That there, we haven't had that since Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. That's what all coaches, GMs, owners, they should do that. Arthur Blank for the Falcons.
Oh, dude, hell of an owner. Dude. Is it really 2 in the morning right now? Look at
damn 2:01.
I feel like we're on this thing for an hour and 30 minutes right now. This thing is running.
Whew, I mean, we could talk all night if we wanted
we should still go, but it's too. I got work in the morning.
We got
bro.
kids.
All right, man. So we're gonna end it there. I just want to thanks everybody who's tuned in, and again, thank everybody for showing all the love on social media.
We love it.
Yeah,
at 40-Yard Dash Podcast.
And make sure you tune in for the second episode. I think we're going to talk about college football. I know that off rip. And then any breaking news that happens. So
hey, we may surprise some people and come back Saturday night after the fight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We could do a little...
You never know.
A little review. But all right, we're going to get out of here. We appreciate it, everybody. Thanks for all the love. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
313, we out.
Listen, thanks everyone for coming out. I love every one of you, I swear to God. I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Woo! Who made this coat? Hugo Boss, Armani, you set it up, broke. Hell, my life just started, Jack. Woo! And now, you and I are living the ride. Jet flying, keep stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun.
Step aside, babe. Let a star do this. That's all! That's all, folks!
Can I go home now?